FirstEnergy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, fourth-year man from Oklahoma.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Mayfield to throw it. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Mayfield with it once more. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it. But that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game. But sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. From just shy of midfield, Jackson flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. First down and more for Jackson. And finally marked down at the 23. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To throw is Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. After 1 on EA Sports. "13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Jackson on 3rd and long. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Mayfield.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hunt.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Kareem Hunt.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And the Ravens taking the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. That's complete to John Ross. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Play action. It's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time. Anybody, he's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A first down throw from Mayfield.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing, Mayfield. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Gostkowski's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Texans in control of things at halftime. David Johnson with 2 touchdowns there. From there, we head up to Kansas City. Check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And that one all tied against the visiting Saints. In the game you're watching, it's been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, But for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Dobbins running out of the gun. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Now Mayfield.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
On the give, this is Harris. Oh, fighting off the defender. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Mayfield. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Austin Hooper. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Dances by him. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. From the 38, Mayfield. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Brown has the first down and much more. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson now. And Andrews lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 17. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down.
59 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Justin Madubuike.
Able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Second and 12.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
On third down, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Harris is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
While no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Gostkowski for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and run for him. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun, throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Open man is Duvernay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Again, Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Here's Jackson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
One last shot for Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Browns, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.